Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, once again. Please, if you want to share your comments or your feedback, check out the number that's below. If you're on Instagram Live, if you're listening to this any other way, 317-455-4922. Go ahead and call. Tell you what, I don't care whichever. Go ahead and call. Let's do a test call. Let's see who we have on the line, and we will answer your call live. Check it out, Shannon. So I thank you and I appreciate you coming back. Praise the Lord for allowing you to come back, number one.
Yes, Lord. Yes, indeed.
I ask the Lord to praise you, like lift you up, put his healing hands on you. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You know what I mean? You're
Thank
still
you.
here for a reason. And here's the thing. I know you don't care about really eating a lot, but you gotta get that strength and that immune system built
I
back up.
know. I gotta eat better. It's not that I'm eating bad. I don't eat enough, and these arms don't look like I don't eat enough, but I really don't. I don't, and that's another problem. Probably why I keep getting sick. I'm just not taking care of myself like I should be, as far as eating enough during the day and things like that, getting adequate sleep, things like that, which those things are really important. And I've gotten a lot of suggestions from you. You've been praying for me and, staying on top of me. I got my sea moss in the refrigerator. I got my ginger. I've been eating vegetables and drinking water and fruit, and just trying to build my immune system up, taking my vitamins every day, and just trying to get better. I mean, my skin is popping though. Like, I don't know what happened to my skin. My skin is popping right now.
Yes, you're looking gorgeous. You're looking gorgeous.
Thank you. I haven't even been wearing no makeup or nothing, girl. I've just been like, woo! I've been putting on a little blush, some little lipstick, and keep it moving.
Touch and move mightily as only you can do. Okay, mightily. Okay.
Yes,
Praise.
mightily as you can do, Lord. Yes, indeed. Yes. God definitely has me. I ain't that far down. I feel like I'm not that far down the line on God's list of favor. He definitely has favor over me. So,
all right.
So what are we talking about tonight?
Yes. First and foremost, it's a little out of my norm, but y'all know y'all see this, right? So tonight, Denver, Colts is in Denver. This is prime time right now. So in the middle of the conversation, I might have to go to the scoreboard while we,
Oh,
in our
okay.
conversation.
Okay.
Because we need, we need some prayer.
Well, I know y'all got a new quarterback, right? That's from Atlanta.
But come on now. Listen, he has these right now. He's a little fumbly right now.
Oh, okay.
I feel like right now, he hasn't yet got his rhythm,
Okay.
Because there's too many fumbles. There's a high rate of fumbles. But since we're talking about it, I do have a concern. Because I'm like, after the first game when the Colts lost, could have won. Let me just repeat that. Could have won the game. They got rid of the kicker. So I feel like if you're going to be Xing people up out of there just like that quick, get rid of the quarterback. But I know they're not going to do that. So.
Okay.
But yeah. So
right. I gave him the right position. It's a quarterback from Atlanta.
Ryan. You talking about Ryan?
I mean, I don't know. Y'all got somebody from Atlanta, I know.
Let me tell you something. You keep talking about y'all like you ain't from Indianapolis.
Well, okay. We got somebody. But see, I'm both. See, I'm like, because I've been here since 2004. So I'm kind of like a little peachy corn. I'm a corn peach.
You know what? That's a nice little way of saying some things. I'm a
corn peach. Yeah, I'm a corn peach. So, but I don't know. I don't watch sports So I don't really know a lot about it. I just know like some guys that I was around was saying something about Indianapolis Colts getting a player from Atlanta. So that's the only reason I want to know that.
Well, we gotta pull
But
it out.
all my friends, all my friends love sports. So
Hey, sports and music. Sports and
yeah.
music.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? All right, let's go. Let's first of all, let's go back. Now, I was off too. It was me celebrating my birthday. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, 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 ooh. So, thank you all once again for tuning in to another episode of the Candy Show. Let's get on into it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk a little bit about, and then we're gonna bring in this new segment, and it's called "You Are My World." Now, I'll give you a little hint. You are my world. What does that sound like?
I don't know.
Okay. This segment is called You Are My World.
Oh, like Candy Girl.
Exactly.
Oh, well. Okay.
Guys. So this segment is called You Are My World. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about something that's going on in the world right now. All right. So this segment, once again, guys, is called You Are My World. Going on. Let me... In my notes today, it says, what's going on in the world? Whoa! Tom Brady, speaking of sports, and Giselle. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Did you know the divorce is happening?
Mm-hmm.
Divorce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. You hear who else is getting ready to get a divorce?
Yeah, I was pretty, yeah, the Tia and Corey.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Tia and Corey. Yeah.
Ooh. And it's plenty of other people out there to get in divorces. It's, unfortunately,
Yeah.
a lot of these people are in the public eye. So, hey, their lives are public. So we're talking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Talk to me a little bit about that. I mean, how do you feel about the a lot of these celebrities, high profile people calling it quits?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know because we don't know why. We'll never know why unless the both of them got on a platform and decided to be honest about what they're going through. Um, so it's kind of hard to kind of have an opinion about their divorcing each other because we just don't know why. People making up all these narratives, and I'm like, shut up! Like people trying to say like Corey was cheating on Tia. They were trying to throw Keke Palmer in the picture, and I'm like, just shut up. People just make up anything and they go with it. You do not know that about that man. You know what I mean? So unless Tia comes out and says, yeah, he was cheating on me with Keke Palmer, blah, 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 then that's when I'll believe it. But I take what the media says very lightly. I don't take it serious at all because people will make up whole stories for clickbait. You know what I mean? So Tia
So,
and Corey, I mean, I don't want to say I feel sad for them because I don't know why they're getting a divorce. But, I personally don't believe people are meant to be together forever. Some people are. Now, I know some people who have been married since they were like kids or together since they were kids. And they have kids and they figured it out. And they are like friends. You know what I'm saying? They're friends, they're lovers, they are some of the first for some of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get those people staying together forever, but people who just got together because of families, convenience, wanting to move away from home, wanting to have sex. Back in the day, people got married because they wanted to have sex.
right.
And stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't expect that, to last forever. But the narrative that when you marry somebody and then that's the person you're going to be with for the rest of your life, that narrative, we see it differently now in the world. That's not everybody's trajectory as we
Right.
can see anymore, so. And then people are like convenient now, like, oh, you did what? Oh, okay, you know what? I'm out. I
Well,
am out completely.
Well, it's interesting. I'm gonna bring in a couple of comments.
Mhm.
It's not easy, but you have to stay committed even when you don't feel it. Now, I'm gonna read this next comment as well because we're also going to get into the topic because it's interesting enough that we're talking about what's going on in the world. A lot of these high profile people are in the news about their divorces, but we are also going to bring that into talking about marriages today as our topic. But marriage is a covenant. Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. So
What
here's
you
my,
call it too? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
go ahead.
Megan Good and her husband. I was shocked to see them get a divorce.
So, my opinion overall when it comes to divorce, like you said, and I agree, you will never know what the reason is for that person, those people getting
Mhm.
divorced. You'll never know
Mhm.
it. It's just the fact that because we see these people in such a high profile position, we're expecting them to get to stay
To
together,
stay together.
to stay
Hmm.
together. But then at the same time, there are some people that are taking bets on actually how long are they going to stay together just because the climate and everything like that, and just because of maybe who the person is that's getting married.
Hmm.
So let me go ahead.
Waka and Tammy too.
Okay. Okay, didn't know that.
You didn't know Waka Flocka and Tammy Rivera's divorce?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Mhm. Everybody
well
brother.
well, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about, according to worldpopulationreview.com, it said, and this is the 2022 rate, it says in the United States about 50% of married couples divorce, the sixth highest divorce rate in the world.
You said 50? 50?
60.
No,
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry,
60?
50%. Yes,
That's
50%.
still a lot of
That's a lot.
people get divorced. Jesus.
Most definitely, it increased clearly. um Let me also go back to this and say this. Let's just go ahead and start talking about our topic for the day, which is marriage. Now, I've
Hmm.
never been married, and I'm gonna be
Me
honest.
neither. Neither have I.
I, at one point, I did want to be married, but then I realized it may not be for me, and maybe God has not placed that person in my life. So if I
Mhm.
don't get married, and again, this is a personal decision. If I don't get married, I'm okay with that, honestly. And what about you? You've never been married?
Never been married, but I've been proposed to twice and a possible proposal. So I've said, of course, it was a no for me for the two. One of them, sometimes I think about him like, what would my life be like if I would have said yes to that person? But I was so, so young at the time. Like I would still be in Indianapolis if I would have said yes. That's one. The second one, I think Satan has a sister named Satina, and Satina had a son named Conroy Blake. Okay, and that's the dude that proposed to me the second time. Satina's son, Conroy Blake, he proposed to me, and I'm like, but you're Satan's whole nephew. No. And then the last time, well, time in between Conroy and the first one, the guy asked my mom, he bought a ring. He told my brother's best friend came down, they was down here at the time, and he showed them the ring, told them he was going to take me on the trip, propose to me, took me on the trip, didn't propose to me. The way I found out was, so we went on a trip, came back. The first part of the trip was real sketchy, but then we got it together and then we had a good time. We came back. because we were living together. And I looked in the mail and there was a check, like a fat check, like I think almost $9,000 check that came, and it was from a jeweler, and it was made to him. And I was like, and of course I opened it up because I'm like, what is this? And I opened up his mail because it looked like a check. And I asked him what it was for. First of all, he's like, first of all, don't open up my mail again. I'm like, well, you know, I'm sorry about that, but I got a little scared, you know? And so then he said, you really want to know what this is for? And then he told me, you know, he told me that he took me to Barbados to propose to me, and we had a little disagreement on the way there. And he said because of that, that's why he changed his mind and said we were not ready. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got something to say to that. But all right.
Oh yeah, I've been proposed to 3 times. Well, 2 and a possible. And
impossible. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of The Candy Show. I'm your host, Candy. That is my co-host, Nish R&B Shannon. We are talking today about marriage. And if you want to chime in, add your opinion, agree or disagree, or, you know, share anything about your life story, you can definitely call us at 317-455-4922. Now, here's the thing. If for whatever reason you don't want to share right now, that's fine. You can always still call that number and leave a voicemail, okay? And we will definitely make sure that we will share your comments on the next live. Now, okay, we have someone in here that is 26 years, been married and together for 23. So 26 years for me, together 23 years married. Okay, all right. So this person's been together for 26 years, but they actually were married for 23. Let me see. Anybody else here? Okay. So, all right. Well, congratulations. Ooh, I know that's
wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I can't stay in a relationship for a year.
See, all right. So let's go back. Marriage, you know, and it kind of can lead into so much more. But marriage for me was like man and woman. It was never something that you had to do. But at the same time, looking, you want to be married. I mean, it's just mostly at the end of the day, you want to be married. You want to settle down. You want to find someone, and you want to be married. Now, over my adult years, I realized it was hard for me to even find somebody to have a regular relationship.
Yep.
Who was not cheating, let alone trying to find somebody to marry. Come on.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh my gosh. And then I started, for some reason, a lot of married men were flocking to me. So it was just like this. Well, put it this way, the ones that I really wanted to deal with or wanted to be with, they didn't want to be with me because they was too busy hoeing. But the ones who wanted to be with me were the ones that were married.
I have a thing I say about that. Married men are the most unavailable men in these streets. They're the most available men in these streets, like married men are. And I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. Like,
well, they're not available because they're married, but yes,
exactly,
they will make themselves available for you if you want to hook up.
Yeah, it's that whole idea of I want what I want when I want it, and I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to get it. And a lot of people have that mentality. You know, it's a epidemic going on right now with men and women cheating in their marriages, and I just don't get it. You know, I don't get it. And then the thing that I see a lot now, because I'm single in Atlanta, where, you know, this is the hub for, you know, the people here really believe there's 8 women to every 1 man. They really believe that, like, that's just like in their minds. Like, I can have more than 1 woman because it's 8 women and 1 man. So the problem that I have with that is that the women are allowing this type of behavior to take place. You know what I'm saying? So there's never a consequence for him. It's never a consequence, or her. You know, like I know women who cheat in their marriages.
Mhm.
And my thing is, I understand, you know, you're married, it's not that hard to leave, but why is it not that hard to leave? Why cheat and disrupt everything instead of just leaving? Like, what causes you to say, I'm just gonna cheat, but I'm gonna still be with my husband, or I'm gonna still be with my wife? Like, what is that?
So because, okay, look, first of all, once again, let me give a shout out to the people that are on here on live, and I appreciate you. Miss Coco, I know where you from. She's from Arizona. She says she's 26 years from me until death did us part. It wasn't easy, but it was rewarding at times. Wow. Wow.
The marriage was rewarding at times, is what she's saying,
Exactly.
and it wasn't easy. Okay.
Of
And
course
then
not.
she's saying that her spouse passed away.
Correct. That's what
Okay.
I'm reading. Until death
Okay.
did us part. So yes.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for
Wow.
your loss. I will say this. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At the it's marriage. So when I'm thinking marriage as I'm growing up, one partner, one man, one woman, and again, those vows till death do you part, or etc. etc. So I'm not looking at why a relationship is not working. I'm looking at what was taking place as to make that relationship, that marriage work.
Work. What it was
So
to make it work. That's a whole word right there. You know, being a single person that has been in several failed relationships, you kind of focus more on, and that might be my problem, focusing on what was wrong opposed to what was right. And that's probably why I'm out here in these streets single.
but you know what? I can't, even if I was to get proposed to today, I still would have to decline because it's just not,
What?
it's too much. Yes, no, it's too much. I done been through too much to know that right now I need to be focusing on me. See, knowing what I'm going through right now, I realize that I was not whole. I am not whole.
But
I'm
what
not
if you
whole.
never become whole?
Then that means for me, now that doesn't necessarily mean for anybody else, but for me, until I'm
Right.
able to commit what I'm supposed to be doing with myself, being a better me, it's definitely going to be challenging for me to not be a better me and try to be with someone else who's probably not whole themselves. So you have to be ready
Mhm.
for that commitment. You have to be ready in that space in your head, in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, to want to allow someone into your space as well as you allow them into your space.
What if that person is the key to bring all that together and you reject them because society says that you need to? Now society is saying, you know, I need to work on me. I need to be whole, or I need to be this before I allow someone else to be a part of me. What if that person is that key, that thing that's missing that could give you that peace, that completion? You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people say that a man won't complete you, or this, that, or the other. You need to be completed by yourself. But I believe that God sees, gives favor over that union. And it might open up another level for you to be involved with somebody that is motivating you, that loves you, that's loving on you. You know what I mean? Like loving on you, that's just looks you in your eyes and tells you that they love you, that is giving you amazing sex, that just you go out with them and it's like, that's my man, and he's like, that's my girl, so it's like that might be something that catapults you into that stage of your life to where you are fully seeing yourself. But I know it's a two-way street. It could be either way. It could be either you need to find you
Mm.
on your own, or someone might help you into that. I feel like for me, I've done enough I've done enough, you know, looking for myself, finding myself. You know, I've done enough of that. I done prayed over myself so much. I done been on my hands and knees. I done been in my Bible. I done been insecure. I've been secure. I done been happy, sad, you know, everything. I've experienced so much, but it's been without a man. And it's like that man might be the key that I need to turn me around. You know what I'm saying? So I had to let my walls down and do things that I wouldn't normally do with no expectation. The only expectation I have from a man is that you respect me and that you be honest with me. And wherever this goes is where it goes. I didn't used to be like that. I used to be like, okay, you got to have, your kids got to be over 10. No, your kids got to be at least 13. You got to be this, you got to be that, you got to be that. Da, 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 da. I let go of all that stuff and and then, you know, started allowing myself to date people without the expectation of anything from them except respect and honesty. That's out the gates. That you got to respect me and you got to be honest with me. And so I don't want to miss out anymore. I'm 45, you know, and we're getting close to our latter years of our lives. And I feel like I was born to love, you know. That's why I'm such a creative. I was born to love. I got a lot of love to give. Now, I can't be, you know, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. You know that? I ain't no killer, but don't push me. But I have done all the whatever that's called, I can do on my own. I need some help. I need some help. And I feel like that help is that love that meant, well, okay. I can only speak about a man and a woman because I'm a heterosexual woman. So I don't know about any other types of relationship. But what I'm saying about me is that I need the love from a man.
Mm.
A healthy, well off, tall, dark skin, cute.
I thought you let go of your expectations.
I don't accept them. Pretty teeth. Wash your ass from every day. Wash your ass morning and night. Okay. Outside of that, love Jesus. But go ahead.
No, I think this conversation is actually cool because you're on a complete opposite side than I am. Let me go ahead and get these other comments in.
I wish I could see the comments. I can't see them. But go ahead. I'm listening.
I can fix that next time. When we get we're all broken people and bring baggage, mercy has to be granted on both ends. Real life is being willing to be vulnerable. Exactly.
Yes.
What's up, Jeff? Thank you so much, Jeff Renfro. Number 4, I agree with her. Sometimes the significant other can be the missing piece. Good times and bad times. Be willing to be the best you. And marriage is something I would not do again. I agree with a lot of what you're saying. This is from that last comment was from the lady who said she had been married 20 plus years till death did her part. She said she won't marry again.
See, I get her. I can feel why she would say that. Like I don't even know this woman. I can't even see her, but I can feel why she would say that. I can't imagine the amount of hurt that she's felt for what happened to her marriage. So I get not wanting to go through that again. Like it's almost like I mean, I can't compare it to anything because I've never lost like that. But just having something that makes you so happy, that it's just the thing, like a part of you, like your whole heart is just taken from you. I can imagine not wanting to ever have that type of hurt again, meaning associating that hurt with being married. You know what I'm saying? I get why she would feel that way, and I hope is what's her name, Coco?
Yes.
I hope, Coco, is that you're healing. I don't know how long ago it's been since you lost your spouse, and like I said, I've never experienced a loss like that, but I pray to God for you that you have your peace, that God has given you understanding, and that whatever healing you need, that you have a source that you're getting it from. And you never know. I'm sure your husband won't want you to spend the rest of your life by yourself, or nothing like that. I hope again that you find love. Doesn't mean you will ever forget about the love that he showed you. He showed you how to love so you could pass it on to somebody else. And I don't know how old you are or whatever the case may be, but you probably got a lot of years ahead of you. And I feel like, again, I don't know that loss, but whatever he gave you, to be able to pass that on to somebody else, even if it's not in a marriage, is such a beautiful gift. That gift right there, I don't have it, because no man's ever loved me for no 20 something. I mean, they have, but they ain't been my husband. And I would never date them. I do a lot. I'm real comedic. I'm trying to be funny, but to have that gift of someone loving you that much to where you say, I don't even want to marry nobody else ever. Man, like, that's a gift.
Hold on, Shannon. She's responded. She said, it's been since 2006, and I have total peace and healing. The burden was heavy.
Okay, good. Praise the Lord for that. Like, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. That has been a long time ago. So I'm glad that she responded and said that she has peace and healing. Because without them two things,
Ooh. Well, let me go back to what I was saying. It's the peace that I have right now.
Okay.
It's the peace of knowing that I can get up when the Lord blesses me, that I don't have to worry about who's this, where are you at, where are you been, and all the questions, whether it's reciprocated or it's being, coming from me. I have that peace now. I don't need that drama. I don't want that drama. I just want to have a good time, share time with good quality time with someone who wants to share that with me without any expectations. Because like you said, we're at a certain point in our lives that at the end of the day, we need to be thinking about peace right now. We need to be thinking about enjoying the rest of our lives, whatever it is for us. But I don't at all disagree with wanting that love. Now, I can say this. If I have it, if I get it, I get it. I don't. I don't rest my plans. Like most people be like, oh, I want to be married by this certain age or whatever. Well, I got to be married. And they go force themselves into a situation when you knew very well how you came into it, because you wrote your own timeline down. And love, peace, and all that good stuff is not on timeline. So when you put yourself in that position of, I need to be married by a certain age, because I did do that. And I noticed that the people that were in my life were not the ones for me. So I just said, you know what? Let me stop let me stop looking for those expectations. Let me just see who is going to come in my way. And if I like them, I like them. I don't. So that's just where I am with marriage for me and everything like that. Jeff, you both are going to experience that love before 2024. I'm speaking that into existence. Jeff is speaking into existence before 2024. We're going to experience the love that we're desiring.
Listen, I received that. I received that. And I believe it too. You know what, Candy?
Dogs.
Well, I was thinking while you were when you were talking, I pray that the man that does come into your life does not even bring that to you, where you don't even have to question it. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't even have to worry about it. He adds to your peace. Now, any two people together in any circumstances, whether you're in a friendship, relationship, employmentship, whatever it is, there's gonna always be some point in time where there's gonna be some dissonance. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna always be just like, oh, that's my dog. Oh, we had such a good time. No, it's gonna be some disagreements and things like that. But there's gonna be a man that comes in your life that's still gonna be peace for you. He's gonna continue to allow you to be in that peace that you're in, and you don't have to worry about who is this or who is that. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. Like, I know God knows me, my flaws, the things I like to do, the things I do in private. And I just want a man that can accept me, me, me as I am. You know what I'm saying? My naps, my hair get nappy sometime in the back sometimes. Uh, I'm a human being. I got a few little stretch marks on my stomach. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, but I'm me. And I don't want somebody to accept me like full on. And I believe that's going to happen for me. I really, really do. And I just hope I didn't miss that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I hope I didn't miss it because I am older. And I know a lot of people are dating and having a good time in their older years, but I hope I want it now. I didn't used to want it because I couldn't imagine living in a house with a man that's going to pee on the toilet or around the toilet or put his rag on top of my beautiful shower curtains, stuff like that. I just don't know.
Coco said he's out there. He is. Everybody, there's somebody for everybody. I just feel like this. At the end of the day, there's a reason why you're not married yet. And see, years ago, we probably didn't even look at it in that way. Now I'm looking at it. If it's for me, it's for me. If it's not, it's not. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of this type of conversation. That's the beauty of the world, because not everybody thinks alike. Not everybody wants the same thing. Now,
for sure, 100%.
So 100%. let's. I'm gonna bring it back to marriage. Marriage is defined differently for everybody, and you spoke on it. I feel like marriages now, they're not marriages. The traditional man told what is supposed to be marriage is not a marriage like we think it was. For the most part, what I'm seeing is that the committed agreement that somebody's made has business underlining it. Let's build together, children together, build together, not just meaning build a house, build a foundation, but let's build a business. And just in my opinion, a lot of the marriages are lacking love, but it's got business all day long.
That's 100% a fact.
So when we start looking at some of these high profile relationships and the marriages on the rocks, remember business. Not to say that love's not there, but remember, reason why a lot of people are not still in these marriages, or reason why some of these people are still in these marriages. Talk about how many times when they wanted to rekindle their flame. Talk about when they wanted to bring in other people in their relationships. Talk about the fact is we want to be that fly on the wall, but we really don't know what their agreements are.
Yeah. I feel like
Yes, I got. Oh Lord, come on,
What?
girl.
What?
I flash. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, yeah. You already know I'm the raw. I'm the real. It is Candy. Woo, woo, woo. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of the Candy Show. I am your host, Candy. We have my co-host here, R&B Shannon.
Some people said something on here. Just went by too fast.
Yeah, I'll get back to him. Let's see. Jeff, that guy has been around you both for years. Ooh, I love how we get the man's perspective. Come on.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, he has made a presentation to you. However, you have not accepted his words and presence into that relationship status. I agree. I definitely agree. Because you said, Shannon, I hope I didn't miss my opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, I feel like a lot of us do miss our opportunities because a lot of times we're focused on different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were saying, I had a list. You needed to be this, you needed to be that. Well, I'm going to pose that question right back to you, Shannon. What happens if you get somebody in there that doesn't fit at least one of your bills? One of your
Oh, that's fine. I have some non-negotiables. My non-negotiable is hygiene, financial stability, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, respect. Like, oh, and I mean, I'm not gonna say the other one, but you know. So those are my non-negotiables. Everything else I can work with. I haven't had one man around me ever. Now, I've been a musician my whole life. So I just have never wanted to date a musician because, you know, I've been a woman that hung around a lot of men for the most part of my life because I've been singing in bands since I was 26. I've been singing in bands since I was 26 years old. And so I know the whole activity that goes on with a lot of musicians. Now, I'm not saying all of them because I have, but you know, they're great as friends. You know what I'm saying? But as your man, I've had men approach me all my life. But if you don't take care of you, how you gonna take care of me?
Oh, see, now come on,
That's
Shannon.
my thing.
What did I just
You,
get through saying? What did I just get
I,
through saying? I'm taking care of me. I can't take care of anybody else if I can't take care of myself. So,
but
like you
if you
said,
are taking care of you, you're gonna attract a man that's you should be attracting a kindred spirit, like someone who's right where you at. But the men that have approached me like they want to be in a relationship are not men that I would want because not saying that they don't fill in this complete list because God knows the people that know me know I done dated them all, honey. Uh Millionaires to hundredaires. Okay. Um
what you say,
big
broke.
big to little tiny skinnies. So Magnums to Duralex. I done dated them all. Okay.
You are
So
stupid.
is it called Duralex? The little
Listen,
condom?
I call them pencils, marker boys.
I done dated them all. So it's that I haven't got that thing. I'm open. Like you don't have to be light, you don't have to be dark. I'm not color struck like that. I was just being silly when I was saying that earlier that I've been so open. I'm one of the only people I know that's that open. And it just ain't been hitting on nothing. Nobody except for two people in my life that I've ever dated in my life that I regret that I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I regret it to this day right now. And that may have been my guy if he didn't die at birth. You know how they say it's somebody out there for everybody?
Yes, I just
I hope
said
my
that.
dude didn't die at birth, or I hope I didn't miss my opportunity. But I want to be married, so
Well,
I
I
want a
think you need to go
wedding.
on one of them TV shows, those reality shows. Go on one of those reality shows. Can I find my husband? I'm going back to the comments. It's work, and you have to be willing to go through the rain and rainbows. Okay, I like that.
To get to the rainbow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so true. And Jeff said, not true, ladies. Oh, okay. Jeff, I mean, listen.
Jeff need to call in.
Right. Jeff, I think you need to call in. So I'm gonna put it out there for you. Call this number 317-455-4922. But if you're scared, I understand. Go ahead and leave us a voicemail.
Jeff is not scared.
Nah, I know Jeff isn't, because Jeff has been on the Candy Show before, so I know he definitely gives it to you 100. So listen, at the end of the day, for me, it's an individual want. It's an individual need, and what works for you may not work for me. So
right, exactly.
So when it comes to putting our opinions out there and throwing different accusations out there of why someone's marriage didn't work, you got to understand, you don't know what's going on in that household.
No idea, because people only put on social media what they want you to see, and just like a few days ago.
Hold on, Jeff is calling.
Okay.
Leslie, hold on. Yes, caller, please state what city and state that you're calling from.
I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Whoop, whoop. Charlotte, North Carolina's in the building.
Where all the black, beautiful men live.
Okay, Shannon said where all the black, beautiful men live. Did you hear her, Jeff?
Yeah, I hear her, but actually I'm here working right now. You know, I travel for my job, so I'm just tuned in. You know, I tune in to see my girls, say, hey, how you doing? So.
Well, Jeff, I thank you so much for your time taken away from your job. I appreciate your continued support. Listen, Jeff, you are more than welcome to come back on the Candy Show at any time if you want to be a guest. So I appreciate you. Anything you want to say? Because I know you had some comments today on what we were talking about. Let everyone know what you want to, say.
Okay, here's the thing, and let me break it down. I know everybody experienced love. Let's just call it what it is. Love, you can experience from, you think about it, in your life, you experience from when you're younger, we call it puppy love. Then as a teen, you experience teenage love. Then after your teenage love, you experience adult love when you feel that you are considered an adult. Do you agree or disagree, first and foremost?
100% agree.
I agree.
Okay, so now think about it. What I've learned in my past experience with women is that we can put out there what we feel like as a man, what we want to be on our arm, like, what we want to call that dime piece, right? But in reality, when you think about it, what we want, God is going to send you the opposite. God is going to send you the thing, a woman or a man in your life to fill in those voids. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, I agree with like what Shannon was saying, even though she said it jokingly in regards to, oh, he got to be dark skinned, et cetera, so forth. Okay. But he's going to send you the opposite. Think about it. Everything of what you want in life, you get the opposite. Everything.
I don't agree with that.
But you work with what was built in those voids, because that's where and makes you feel comfortable. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, I've been with my wife for over 20-something years, Candy. You know this.
Yes.
I love her to pieces, and she ain't going nowhere. But at the same time, my preference was light-skinned women. My wife is brown skin. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And at the time, it's like how people say, oh, you got to have this together, you got to have this, et cetera, so forth. But we may not have everything together. It's just like a job. It's your resume. You're not going to have everything to do that job. And a woman and a man is a job. I'm just calling it what it is. So they're going to have to learn. You're going to have to teach me how to love you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And anybody can get wined and dined, but guess what? Excuse my French, at the end of the day, shit happens. That shit is gone. It goes in one way and goes out another. It don't stay with you. But you still have to teach me. We have to teach each other. Just like how Bishop T.D. Jakes said, right? And I don't know if y'all listen to Bishop T.D. Jakes. He said up and told us, he said that, you know, just like how they call it the potter's house. You know, you got to mold me. You got to put your hands on me. Mold me into how you want me. And I got to do the same for you. You know, and like that. Because I didn't know how to be a husband. It sounded good for the title, but I didn't know how to be a husband. I know the basics, just like a job. You know what I mean? I know how to use a computer, but show me how to navigate through your system so that I can do your job. You know, and I feel like that's one thing that people fail to realize. And then what we see out in the public in regards to other people's situations, like I said, with infidelity, with cheating and all that, you got to erase that. You got to erase that because that's what other people is doing, you looking in the rear view of what other people is doing. That ain't got nothing to do with you. And focus on what you want. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to be questionable about any man or woman coming into their life. But if people focus more on the negative, you know what I'm saying, than what it is, the positive perspective. You know, like I said, fall in love with
That's why I was saying in the very beginning, you know, in the conversation about, you know, what wasn't going wrong. I should have been focused on what was going right. You know, Jeff, listen, you know, we can definitely talk all day long. But we want to make sure that we keep these lines open for any other callers that want to call in.
I want to say something.
Shannon want to say something to you, Jeff, real quick.
Yeah, so everything you said hit, you know, was right on. One thing I do want to point out, you know, about teaching somebody how to love you and you not knowing how to be married, you got to think about 20 something years ago, Jeff, and the Jeff you are today. Married, if you were married, if you were not married. I don't know how old you are, but let's just say you were 45. You're not needing a bunch of teaching. You shouldn't need at 40 something. And if you're rebuilding your life, you know, the financial decisions that you're making and things like that, you know, at later on in life, like I know stuff happens. Now, if I was with somebody and something happens, that's a different scenario. But to meet somebody at this stage in my life that don't have their stuff together, that's very difficult because it's scary. And it's easier to deal with that fear when you're in it with somebody opposed to having an option before you even knock on that door to be, you know what I'm saying, to be built up on that. Now, me, I just was playing when I said dark skin or whatever, because I am not a colorist at all. I wouldn't give a damn if somebody was blue, black, brown, black, light, whatever. You know, I've dated all colors. I don't have a preference of color, things like that. But what I do know that there should be some foundational things that matter. Now, the fact that you've been able to be married for 20 something years is a beautiful thing. It's something I've never done. Candy ain't never done. Most people that I know have never done. So that's a beautiful thing. And I think what you have to say is something that should be heard, because those people like you are not who society hears from. People like you who have been married, ups, downs, you know, you've been married from when you were a young man to now you're a full grown man. And there's a difference when you meet somebody at 45 opposed to meeting somebody at 25 on the expectations of that person. So
hold on,
like I said,
hold on, I have to interrupt because I'm gonna get Jeff off of here. So we can go ahead and close this out. Jeff, Thank you so much for being our first call-in caller here on the Candy Show platform. I greatly appreciate that. Please, we appreciate you if you continue to support us, share this, tell your friends, tell your foes, and everybody else in between. Thank you, Jeff. You know you're always welcome on the Candy Show, so I appreciate you. Come on down, North Carolina's in the building. Everybody
And
give
put
it up.
out some more. And he need to be putting out some more content about being married for that long.
Did you hear it, Jeff?
No, I didn't hear what
She
you
said
said.
you need to put out some more content for being married that long. Well, thank you, Jeff.
Well, you're welcome anytime. Whatever it is that I can do, just let me know, and I'll put it out there.
Thank you so much. We will definitely look forward to that. Enjoy.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Well, I think we done started talking on a topic that there's like no ending to this topic. So I think we might have to bring this back in for another part two. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Let's see who we have on here. Okay, all right. We got some forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness mistake happens on both ends. Exactly. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to another episode of the Candy Show. You know, here's what's going down. If you did not comment today, or if you want to call and leave us a nice voicemail, let us know what your opinion is. Let us know. Call us on 317-455-4922. And sometimes there will be two different numbers, so you never know if this was going to be the next number or if it's going to be the 4913 number next time. Shannon.
Yes.
Like I said, we can definitely talk about this all day long.
I know.
Real quick, give us a last minute word, a last minute positive word before we get out of here, because you know the Colts game is on.
Okay. What could I say? You don't have to worry, and don't you be afraid. Joy comes in the morning. Troubles, they don't last always. For there's a friend in Jesus who will wipe your tears away. And if your heart is broken, just lift your hands and say, oh, I know that I can make it. I know that I can stand. No matter what may come my way, my life is in your hands. Remember that.
Yes. Oh, Lord. I can't even come back with that. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, goodness, Lord. You see, you already know I'm about to tear up. That's all right.
Don't cry.
Ooh,
It's
God.
a fact. Your life is in God's hands. He got it. He got us. He got us.
He got us. No matter if I want to be married or not, and you want to be married, at the end of the day, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. He has us covered. He has us. Guys, thank you so much. Guys, make sure you please share this, like it, comment. If you want to comment after we post it, please make sure you do that. Please make sure you are following the official Candy Talk Show page. Because here shortly, we will not be going live on this page. We're going to be going live on the Talk Show page. So, guys, make sure that you follow on Instagram, the Candy Talk Show. That is, again, Candy Talk Show. Please make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube page, which is where you can find this in its entirety if you miss it. YouTube channel, Candy Productions 2, capital C and the number 2. Guys, thank you so much once again for tuning in to another episode of The Candy Show. I'm your host, Candy. That is my co-host, Miss R&B Shannon. Make sure you follow me. Her too.
Follow me, R&B Shannon.
All right, Shannon. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you, lady.
Bye-bye.